Well, hello everybody. Laguna back here for some more of the Talos principle. Now, there was a question that came up in the previous video that I think it's going to be really interesting to kind of draw attention back to. That question was, if I woke up one day and, for whatever reason, I found out that I was a robot, what exactly would I do? Let's actually, you know what? There's a log on this that I can find. No, I don't want to reset. Stop it. Square? Trackpad? No. I could have swore there was a, oh, there it is. The human machine, that's what it was called. This is one day you discover that you're not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real, etc. No one except you knows that you were created in a lab. They all think you're a regular human being. How do you react? So does your concept of yourself change? Does your understanding of the world change? And do you reveal the information to your friends and family, or do you keep it to yourself? Now, it's kind of an interesting, I guess, not dilemma, but I don't really know exactly how to word it. I had some notes typed up on my phone, but essentially, the gist of it is this. If I woke up one day and I found out that I was a robot, my concept of myself wouldn't really change because I kind of see people as flesh robots anyway. So that's kind of a big selling point for me on this whole topic is like, people are programmed to do what they do. People have biological functions. That's what they do. We eat when we're hungry. We sleep when we're tired. We fuck when we're horny. We make kids when we find somebody that we want to generate offspring with. Yeah. We basically are programmed to do those basic functions. But my concept of the world, with that changing, there was an interesting point that I wrote down on this one, is it depends on how you view the world in the first place. So, if you view the world as a series of logic puzzles, for example, if you see the world as a constant test of trials and solutions, if you were to become a robot, actually, no, I'm just going to talk about it while we get in. I know what the questions are. I know what my thoughts are. But if we see the world as like what Elon Musk says about living in a simulation, for all we know, this game could be this meta thing. So in this world, the robot is inside of this computer-generated thing. That's why you see all the glitches happening and all that other stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to get this, not that. Not that. Maybe the green one is over here. Yeah. I'm going to do that afterwards, though. But yeah, so, like, our world could be this. A lot of people kind of use, like the game Everything. There's, like, a multiverse theory. There's, like, a universe inside of a universe inside of a universe. There's, like, all these layer systems. So when you have, like, our sun, which is, like, the giver of life, could be another universe's neutron, which is just the center of an atom. It's a similar thing with this. Is like this could be a simulation of a real world, and then there's the world that takes place around this world that you never get to see, which is again a simulated world because it's inside of this game, which is simulated inside of our world. We could be simulated inside of someone else's world. There's a whole lot of things that could be going on here. So it depends on how you view the world to begin with, if your concept of the world will change or not. As a robot, I don't think my concept of the world will change. Because for me, I see everything as a challenge with a solution. Everything should follow adherent logic. For example, I mean, some of it is luck and chaos. Don't get me wrong. The whole universe falling into place exactly the right way to generate human life on Earth, that's just a fucking fluke of nature. But everything, though, has its purpose, and everything has its own logical whatever. But in the end, though, the big takeaway that I was thinking was, I don't think I would tell everybody about it, because people would start doing all those Turing tests and try to like prove that I am sentient. As soon as people think that I might not be a sentient being and that I have a hidden override that's going to make me like flip my shit and go crazy, they're going to start treating me differently. So I wouldn't tell people about it, only unless I really, really knew them for like 30 plus years, like really long time. And even then, I'd still be sparing about it, because you never know who's going to betray you eventually. So that was my answer for the last video's question about the whole robot analysis. Now, on to this video. Part 2 of the certification program has now been generated. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round. You've been presented with serious statements. Indicate your agreement where appropriate. Sure. Since only animals can be persons, a machine could never be a person. I wish there was like a slightly disagree option. I really want to broadly disagree on this, though. Theoretically, a machine could be a person. I've actually been working on like AI and stuff in my spare time, just to be funny. I always say just to be funny, but it's more like just to pass time. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. I agree with that. The quality of life of persons ought to be maximized. Ooh, that's a tough one. I broadly disagree, but not because it has to be maximized. Actually, no. These questions. Because quality of life for me is like, are we talking just like quality of everyday living? As in like, you can afford basic necessities? Or are we talking quality of life as in like, you can have everything that you ever wanted? So in terms of everything that you ever wanted, I broadly disagree. I think we need to have some letdowns in order to prepare us for appreciating the good things more. So I'm going to go with a disagree on that one. But I don't think that it ought to be maximized. I think it should be like a good 60 to 70%. That way you have at least 30 to 40% of a wiggle room so you can prepare yourself for helping others get through their tough times. So you're not going to have a maximized quality of life. Value is discovered. Now, value is inherent, but the value of something is not known unless you yourself discover the value of it for yourself. So I broadly agree on that one. Persons deserve the talents they are born into. Broadly disagree, but only because people are not born with talent. Talent is just passion plus persistence. Also, on that sort of things, just a side note, anybody who makes a fucking masterpiece of art and goes, oh, I don't practice at all, I was just born that way and I was always good at it. Fuck no. I don't believe that shit. So, anybody who has those talents and they like and they try to pass it off as like a birth talent they were born with, they're lying. They probably spent like hours upon hours of doodling to get where they are there. And they're just trying to be humble about it, which just comes off even more demeaning than before. So, nobody's born into talent. Anyway, the liberty of persons ought to be maximized. I equate liberty with freedom, by the way. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized. So the freedom. I broadly disagree on that one. Because if people are... It's a tough one for me because freedom is good, but there's a point where freedom becomes not good. And if anything, this coronavirus shit proved it. So, for example, people have freedom of speech and freedom of thought. That's not always a good thing, because some people are like, this CEO of Pfizer didn't take his vaccine, so therefore the vaccine's not safe and all this other shit. I had both vaccines. Yeah, I got some side effects after one of them, but I didn't die. There's no microchips implanted in me. That's not how science works. At least not currently. We're not that high tech. But the whole coronavirus thing, people are just like, it's my right as an American to not wear a mask. I have freedoms. And as soon as you give people too much freedom, they start to take advantage of the fact that there's too much freedom. And they also start doing things to affect other people. Like, for example, the people who came up to Canada, up here in Nova Scotia, I think it was, or Ontario, they didn't quarantine themselves after coming into the country. So what ended up happening is they got more people sick, or they just went straight to restaurants after entering the country. But A, there was no vaccine at that point. B, they didn't quarantine. C, they actually had the coronavirus. So, some people take liberty a little too far and ruin things for others. So I broadly disagree that liberty should be maximized. I think there should be a healthy amount of freedom, but I broadly disagree that it should be maximized. Value is created. I also hate the fact that this uses absolutes. Value is discovered, yes, but value is also created. Cool. You'll receive notification when your profile is generated. Cool. So that was a fun little rant about those 7 questions. Cool. Let's try team leads. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Please refer to the following people when... Of course, it's going to use hex for, like, everything. I almost feel like this is a, almost like credits. Oh, what's this? I should just write down a chart and just, yeah, figure out exactly what these hex things are. Actually, you know what? Hex chart. Images. This will be easier than typing it all in. Hex and des. So 75. So it's K, C, D. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Hex to English. I'm just going to type it in. It's just going to be a lot easier. Hex numbers to text. Now, what was at the top, though? 74, 68, 72, and then 6F. THRO. Uh, 75, 67, 68, 20, 69, nice. 6E. 61. 63, 74, 69, 6F, 6E. Through inaction. Ooh, this is a good quote already. To saw 20, 61, 6C, 6C, 6F, 77, 20, 68, 75, 6D, 6 1, 6E, 69, nice, 74, 79, 20, 74, 6F, 20, 63, oh, 6F, 6D, 65, 20, 74, 6F, oh, 20, 68, 61, 72, 6D.
exclusive for the following people.
Oh, that's actually an Isaac Asimov quote. It's one of the rules of robotics. It says, through inaction, allow humanity to come to harm. That's actually one of the rules of robotics is... You're just like... Robots are not allowed to, even through inaction, allow harm to come to human beings. So it's kind of cool that that got thrown in there. The not directly part of the project, the archive team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. If there are any technical issues to resolve, contact the project lead, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Don't worry, he's nice. I'm assuming this AI feedback will be the first one then. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we covered it extensively. What we barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is a perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature, to suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment, to have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning? Beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself, fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. And that's why I almost gave up on my studies. Fair. Strategon of Stagira was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Peripatetic school, an admirer of Aristotle who was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Straight on Ascara. I'm gonna have to look him up. Now, there's a few of these that are coming up on the... Why is that not showing me the message? Also, what's with these clocks? What's with these buttons? Ooh. It's kind of a question more now of how many of these things even are there. And how do I find the solution? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So something in this has to be related to a clock. Nothing in there. Maybe like an email timestamp? No. I don't see anything yet. We'll come back to that. I want to get these puzzles out of the way first. Stashed for later. Oh, there's the keys there. So I'm assuming when that bounces, which it just did, I'm gonna have to run through. There we go. Theoretically, I can just, like, pop this thing in here. And grab this Jammer Lammy. Okay, so that's the ending of it, okay. Yeah, I see you there, bitch. Easy. More like easier than I thought it would be, but yeah. Oh, yeah, this door. Cool. Some of these puzzles are nice. They're nice. I am finding this world to be gorgeous, by the way. Like, I know I played this before, but, like, I still find it really fucking gorgeous. Like, it's like when you first go into Resident Evil Biohazard in VR, and you notice that every single rung of the ladder has, like, different rust textures. Or maybe that was Village. Either way, it impresses me to see that kind of stuff. That kind of effort put into games. Lock me up, swallow the key. Part of me wants to joke and say, LOL, they said swallowed. Hey, there we go. And with that, I grab this jammer. And I jammer lamb this. Of course. Easy. Now. I can go to this side now. God, these, like, I love these physics. A bit tied up. Okay. Well, that solves that problem. Nice. 1 star down. What the fuck? Who are you? Recording number 23VO186. What the fuck was that? Was that a person? An escalating problem. Someone tells me I don't need to use this, but I kind of want to. Oh. Oh, I get it. Now I need to find keys to that door. And I need to make that guy go in and up the stairs, then in, break down that that gun, the artillery thing. Ooh. So this is the way to do it. Going down, down, follow la la la. Sugar, we're going down swinging. You'll never one with a bullet. I don't know the words, but I'll try to fucking sing it. People be like, this Fall Out Boy song changed my life. Yeah. There, see, that wasn't so hard. I wish I could clip out of the boundaries of this game sometimes. Like, this is just awesome. Just awesome. Cool. I don't know what that red block was, but I'm glad I got one. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, I'll download the profile. I want to display my psychological profile. I feel like that is a good start. You may already be criticizing your own performance, but it's clear you understand how the world of ideas affects you, even if you're sometimes weary with the realities and allow your preferences to dictate your beliefs. You have a great deal of unused capacity, which you have not turned to your advantage. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside. But you pride yourself as an independent thinker, and do not accept other statements without satisfactory proof. That actually is very, very much like me. That is 100% like me. Wow. Just... There's kind of an oh wow moment. That actually is like me. Display conflicts. User provide a particular account of personhood, but was uncomfortable with its implications. User had inconsistent ideas about value, apparently. Display account privileges, I guess. Due to outstanding notes on your account, and despite displaying many of the characteristics of your person, you cannot be granted admin status. In the meantime, please enjoy basic account functionalities. Fine. Currently hold a basic account. Network access restricted to admins. Please enjoy basic. Support tickets from generated penalty profile. Cool. Cool, I guess. I am kind of curious, though, with those clock things. I'm pretty sure that there's something there. There's got to be some hidden thing. You know? I guess there's nothing really I can do. I feel like this is supposed to have a hint on it. Oh. Oh. Hold on, let me just scan that QR code. QR scanner, I guess. QR and barcode reader, fine. I'm installing a fucking app so I can finish a game. Scanned, yes, I know. Free version, yes. Scan using camera. There we go. Yes, fine, record stuff. That's interesting. The QR code actually comes up on search. So it actually comes up, and it comes up with this QR code thing, and it says the eagle has landed. Bunch of characters. Now is the time of tranquility, and I shall rest and observe the earth. Uriel 4. Now, what is the rest of that hex? So the eagle has landed. It says 31, 39, 36, 39, 2F, 30, 37, 2F, 32, 30, 20, 32, 30, 3A, 31, 38. So it says the eagle has landed 1969-07-20. 20:18. Well, if that is a clock, which it seems to be, and this barcode gives the exact time that this thing was spoken, then I'm guessing that the time on here, so I need to get 20 XV8 XX. So 20 18. Really? Nothing happened? Okay, well, if that's not the time, then I'll put in the date. Day, month, year. So 20. We'll take out this one. 07 is July, so 7. Oh, there we go. Oh. It's pretty bad when you have to scan a QR code to find a quote in order to solve the puzzle. But actually, I find that to be genius puzzle-making abilities. Hey, it does need the star. I was expecting to be another puzzle, but... That's cool. Now, I think I got everything. Let me just have a look. Where's the sign? Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Blocking up the scenery, changing my mind. Cool. Now I actually have stuff to do on this puzzle, so... this... This... And this. You've now unlocked tripods. Thank you, sir.
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that you do not know. That is why you are a child. But children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
Okay. Thank you for that, Elohim. That was very inspired. Yeah, I've got like... Oh, okay. So the stars do that, okay. But I want to know how to break into this, because that is a cool thing. No hidden, like, hatchets or crowbars or Gordon Freemans lying around. Yikes. I don't want to open this because I haven't finished all the puzzles yet. Like, this one looks like it's a puzzle because of all the stars that I can get. Which means, like, you know, if I get the star here, 2 stars here, another star, stars, a star, 2 star. Okay, so 5 stars. Which means I might be able to get that other puzzle open. So I just don't want to open that door until I finish everything in this room. Because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. But hey, we're going to come back to this next time. Because I want to do one world at a time. Solo uno. Just one. But anyway, on that note, I will peace out for now. But hey, till next time, as always, have fun gaming. Thank you for joining me on this existential journey. And I'll see you guys in the next video.